What you waiting for? It's time. Time for love. It's time. Time for the sun and sand. It's time. Time for fun. It's time. It's time. It's time to let your hair down. Come on. Come on. Come on. To have no fear. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's time. What you waiting for? It's time. 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 What you waiting for?
That is rain behind me. It's raining, it's pouring.
Is that clapping or rain? I can't tell.
It could be rain, it could be a little bit of both. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is so lovely to have you join us to another edition of the Merv Britto Show. My name is Merv Britto, and live from a very wet, rainy Goa, we broadcast the show on this Sunday, the 28th of October. We're getting close
26.
to... Is it 26?
It's 26.
Is it 26? I'm losing track of time.
किधर है? तुका Christmas आए, Christmas आए.
Friend, you're losing two friends.
Santa Claus आए तुका.
It's the end of October already. I just finished wishing you guys Happy New Year. Bloody hell. Ladies and gentlemen, as we always do on the show, we'd like to say hello to everybody that puts us all together and helps make this happen. I will start with the big fella, Mr. Ajoy Barreto. What's up?
Paus पडले रे guys. Guys आणि का.
अजूनही पाऊस.
किती इतले पाऊस किती पडता.
And everybody said, the season has started, the rain is over. And it rained for Narkasur. What is up?
I feel so sorry. We will talk about it. I have my stories as well. So,
ladies and gentlemen, the other big fella, the other big dog, the one and only Mr. Wilbert Cardozo.
Hello, everyone. Don't mind
sick.
me.
Yeah, he's under the weather, so you know.
Temperature
No, thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing up and being here in the studio, and I hope you don't get everybody sick. But I hope you feel better. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't have him here. Thank God he's not next to me today. Yusuf Mataji, and in the studio as always we have Mr. Neil Rodrigues. Hello, Neil. How you doing?
All good, bro.
And as I say, last but definitely not least, the love of my life, the peanut butter in my jelly sandwich.
Where is she?
I haven't met her yet, but when you get it, let her know I'm looking for her. My beautiful wife, Mrs. Joanne Britto.
Hi, everybody. I'm wearing a grey outfit for a very grey day.
It's great. It's not grey. It's rainy.
Oh, but it's grey, Merv, and you sound like a Brit talking about the weather all the time these days.
Because listen, that's why I moved to Go, because I love this place. And I'm not a big fan of the rain. That's why I got away from the cold in the States and the rain in the UK.
I know.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Merv Britto Show. We do the show live from Goa. Every Sunday, live on the air, we do the show, and we love to... The whole idea, and people have said to me they watch the show, and they're enjoying the show, and they like what we do. The whole idea of doing the show is to make sure that... People do a lot of talking and not a lot of action. And we're blessed to have what we have. And we have this platform where we do use our voices, the power of our voices, unlike where you've got to buy ads on the radio or take newspaper ads and spend money. We can talk about the things that affect us and affect us here locally and make people aware of what's going on. It's more about the awareness. We want to let people know what the heck is happening, good, bad, or ugly.
Absolutely.
And that's what we do every Sunday. We talk about things that concern our going home, our homes, our
communities.
But what's happening here in Goa?
Of course. Everybody overseas who obviously has got an interest in that.
There you go. You can be live anywhere in the world. You can be tuned in. Across the bottom of our screen, you can see the Instagram, X, WhatsApp. He's going to put it up on the screen right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an interactive show, and we love you to get involved. Let us know what you're thinking, what you think about the show, whether you like what we're doing. You've got something specific you want to talk about. Get in touch with us. Any place you get your social media, look for the Merv Britto. Hey, that's a hint to you. Sparky. I'm going to put you on that goddamn island so you get better and you don't make anybody else sick. Anywhere you get your social media from, on all the social media platforms and handles, The Merv Britto Show, and my favorite, on WhatsApp. If you want to get in touch with us and you want us to send us a live message, as a couple of you have mentioned, we don't do the show live, it's recorded.
Huh?
Get in touch with us. Give us a call, 750-7246-246. WhatsApp us, send us a message, or you can come on the air live if you want to get involved in anything that we are speaking about. Somebody needs a cough lozenge.
He's already got some hot ginger water.
Yeah, I know.
We are looking after him.
And I
Hot
got
ginger.
plenty of Vicks in my
Hot
pocket.
ginger.
You got plenty of Vicks, yeah?
Yeah.
Not ginger spice.
Okay, we're going to get into it. We spoke and we wished a lot of people last week, and that's another reason you can get in touch with us. If you want to say hello and you want to wish people for any occasion, you want to send a congratulatory message to anybody out there celebrating anything, we'd love to hear from you. And before I open it up to you guys, there's a couple of people that I want to send shout outs to for good and not so good occasions. I want to send a blessing, a shout out to Christine in the States. We spoke to my sister Paula about it, and she's going through a very tough time, and the cancer that was thought of to be in remission has anyway. Christine, you know what? We're thinking about you. You're such a brilliant person. You're an enigma. You're a light in a dark room, and we just want to send our thoughts, our wishes, our prayers. One of our colleagues who works with us, his dad's been diagnosed. So there's a lot of things that are not so nice happening to brilliant people that we want to send our thoughts, our prayers, our whatever good wishes we can.
Indeed. And also on a less serious note, my mum has actually cracked her knee, unfortunately.
Oh.
So she's in a cast at the moment. Oh, well, she's like strapped up. She's got to go to the fracture clinic tomorrow. So we're wishing her all the very best because we want her over here so she can be back in the studio with us.
Carol Lampla.
Yes, indeed.
I hope your knee gets better soon, my dear. And
Also, the gorgeous Kath from our street in Chiswick. One of my bezies. Happy birthday for yesterday, Kath. Hope you had a brilliant day. Mwah. Love you to bits.
And last but definitely not least, we've got a shout out that's going to go to one of my favorite families, one of my favorite people, the one and only Filomena Suarez, the rock star, the Sarpanch, the CM of Goa, Filomena Suarez, who lives in Condolim. Her son's brand new baby, Eliana Suarez. They're celebrating. They're
Christening today. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it.
Nazi, Alicia, and the handsome Hansel. We call him the handsome Hansel. He's a little tyke, good-looking kid. But we want to congratulate all of you guys on this special day. Philomena, we're thinking about you. The whole gang, Nazi, Leo, Mickey, Andrew.
All of the cousins. All of
I don't
the
know.
cousins. All the brothers.
There's a lot of boys.
And all the sisters.
Congratulations. Eliana, welcome to the beautiful family. Mrs. Filomena Suarez, I hope you're watching. Lots of love. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to wish somebody and you want to send a shout out to anybody, we sent a shout out last week for Narkasur.
Yeah.
And to bring in Diwali. And you know, it had been dry all week.
Yeah.
And it poured down rain. You were saying?
Yeah, what was I saying?
That it was so bad because all our friends were spending the whole week putting this together, putting the Narkasur together with paper mache and getting it all ready and the sound systems and all. And right before that, the heavens opened.
Yes, and it's been open for some while since then, right?
Yeah, there's a depression off the coast of Goa, that's why, unfortunately. And so, as we were saying last week, so many of our customers are coming back for their season, and unfortunately they're seeing monsoon-type weather, which they're not normally used to.
They're not expecting that this time of
Maybe
year.
they're using the internet a lot more, though, having to stay inside and watch a bit of Netflix.
Yeah, it's a good occasion to do so. And I think moving forward, the season won't start in October. It'll start much later than that. It looks like it. It seems to be going in that direction, isn't it?
Your boy DJ T doesn't believe in global warming, mate. This is not El Nino. This is not some Mexican creating all these storms. This is definitely, I believe, my opinion, global warming. This never happens, mate. Depressions off the coast of Goa triggers extreme rainfall. You have rains, the monsoons towards this time of year.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's winding down. Now we're getting better and better, warmer weather, more sun.
So the scientists say that if you have warmer weathers, you'll have more rains, but they won't come. It won't be a steady rain throughout the year. It'll be in patches. And I think we're seeing that now with extreme hot weather. When it rains, it'll rain for a little while, but it'll rain a lot. So
Goa received extreme rainfall, 78 millimeters over the past 24 hours till Saturday morning.
That's unbelievable.
Water's not a bad thing. We need all the water we can get. We need to protect the table. What is it called? The water table. And look at this.
yes.
Damage
So
is set. What is this? Set of October.
Oktoberfest went for a toss.
Wait a
In Goa, if
Oktoberfest. I thought October ka was ale. Ye kide November fest kota. Heavy rains
Baba,
damaged the set of Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, fishing boats anchored in the Mandovi River are taking precautionary measures to avoid any mishaps due to the rough weather. That's not rough weather. You ain't seen rough weather, Junior.
Baba, you are sitting in Parab, or you go on that sea over there and see what is rough and what is not.
Which is true. I spent a lot of time in Malaysia. When they talk about rough weather during the monsoon, you've got 6 foot, 10 foot swells. That's rough. So yes. This is all I'm talking. Mandovi. Yeah, we have an Oktoberfest in Goa. I didn't even know.
Yeah, we do.
Oh dear, look at that. What a shame.
Oh my
that's
God!
horrid.
Well, since when did we do Oktoberfest in Goa?
Since like forever. It's been a while.
I'm glad we've got a department that advertises all these lovely functions happening in our own backyard.
It looks pretty washed out. Look at
It
that.
looks a bit like Glastonbury, like a mudfest, unfortunately.
I tell you what, if they opened the doors, opened the gates to people and let them come in and had some music playing, I guarantee you'd have a full, my God, it's really torn the place up, dude.
Oh,
This is what happens at the end of Oktoberfest with people. They keel over that.
when they've had a few drinks.
They had more than a few drinks.
Yeah.
Can I just say, it's sad, it really saddens me because we had the football games. We had the football, what is it? The football, Saudi Arabia came and played, right?
Al Nassr.
Can I just say, in my humble opinion, it makes me so sad that you don't have a government agency, an organization that promotes these and pumps it out on the radios, on the newspapers and social media, that these things are happening. I didn't even know we've got Oktoberfest in Goa. I've never heard of it here in Goa.
No, I think we spoke about it a few weeks ago. We were mentioning something about it, but obviously it originated in Germany.
We've got IFFY, we've got football matches, we've got FC Goa, we've got all kinds of stuff, but nobody seems to promote these things and let more people, make more people aware that it's happening so people get involved. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's destroyed all that. What's going to happen? So no Oktoberfest?
No.
Doesn't look like it. I think they postponed it maybe for later. So it'll become Novemberfest.
Novemberfest Korea Mariame.
Oh,
Yes.
So we can have some like Christmas markets and stuff like that.
We're getting close to Christmas anyway. And now, like you mentioned, a lot of tourists are coming back to Goa. Mm-hmm. And the weather's supposed to be beautiful. The shacks are open. Beaches are ready to rock. Mm-hmm. We've got all kinds of stuff to look forward to this year, no?
Yes, there's a whole heap of stuff going on. But we've got a lot of people who are very busy in the meantime. We were just talking about the weather, and we were talking that there was they rescued about 42 people from a cruise ship.
Who rescued? I want to talk about this.
Yeah,
it's good
lifesavers.
So yes,
Lifeguards.
So it's saying brave lifesavers.
So Goa
rescues
Chief
42 people.
Read it out.
Yeah, Goa Chief Minister praises Drishti Marine lifesavers for their heroic rescue of 42 people off Aguada Bay. So
there was 2 operations actually on Thursday evening.
It's you know what? This is the kind of stuff that happens, and we don't give these guys enough credit.
Yeah.
They're out there day in and day out in the hot sun saving people's lives.
That's right.
These lifeguards, there's a company, I guess is Drishti, but these lifeguards patrol the beaches all over Goa, and their job is to save lives. But can I tell you something? They put their jobs on them. They put their lives on the line performing their roles because it's very dangerous what they do. Drowning victims usually try and cling on and drown whoever's close by, you know what I mean?
People down.
So without proper training, these guys saved how many? 40?
So there was 38 people that were on a There was 38 people on a stranded cruise boat, and then there were 4 individuals trapped in a dinghy that was trapped against the rocks. So they've gone out there and saved 42 people.
This is them rescuing some of those people, it looks like it.
In Aguada. This is Aguada.
Just off Aguada.
Yeah.
Wow. And this is dangerous stuff. You got rock, you got jagged rocks, you got coral, you got that's the boat.
That's the boat, I think, yeah.
Oh my, what happened to the boat? Does anybody know? Why didn't they just drop anchor and just stay where they were?
They dropped all right, the keel.
Did somebody tie the other end of the anchor?
Oh dear.
The question is, how in the hell was these boats allowed to go out in such rough weather?
बाबा पैसे काढचे पडटा नो पैसे
अरे बाबा कौन nobody's looking, nobody's checking out, nobody's keeping an eye out for these things.
I'm sure
and these poor lifeguards have to actually risk their lives.
Ajoy, I'm sure there's rules to follow. These guys have all kinds of rules and regulations by the river or whatever, the marine.
Well, if you've got the fishing boats that they're actually anchored in, then you shouldn't be actually having these tourist boats going out there.
Common sense would tell you that, Joe.
Of course.
Common sense would tell you that, Ajoy. You shouldn't have boats go out in, especially to cater to the tourists in this kind of weather.
In this kind of weather, even if there's like a sudden weather, shouldn't we have like a common broadcast system that the government needs to set up and broadcast? Don't go out. You're mandated to bring your boat back in and
foreigners are
foreigner no more. They common sense more.
They're not operating
you want
the boat.
A warning, but they only have.
Look at this guy. How he's going and
he doesn't have a choice. He's risking his life to save somebody else.
It's dangerous. People can drown like this.
There is a way actually, because when I was in Ahmedabad some time ago, due to thunderstorms, they sent us a SMS on like normal text message saying that there will be a thunderstorm. Please be aware of it and something that way. So I wonder why they are not sending it to now.
Really, they got it all over the world.
There's a kid there.
Tsunamis, for earthquakes, for whatever extreme weather. I guarantee you, we have a system, but it just doesn't work probably to warn people of extreme weather or anything, any emergencies. Whether it's SMS, it's in Ahmedabad, is in India, my friend. Why is it so hard to implement that policy here in Goa?
I can guarantee you
somebody's sleeping on the job.
Not sleeping. They don't give a shit, right?
No, but it's probably not working.
You know what, Merv? I guarantee you, if I had to go on that boat, right, when it was happening,
it would sink.
It would sink with my weight for sure.
Oh God, boys, why are you lying?
Sorry, I'm kidding.
And I would get it.
I can say that he's my boy, dude.
It's a good job these people were safe.
Listen, I'm very buoyant, all right? The boat would not sink. Excuse me, but all I'm saying is. If I were to check for life vests, there would be not enough life vests for the number of people on that boat. I can guarantee you this.
We laugh and joke about these things, and they've got these boats that do these river cruises. They've got these boats, these smaller boats that take people for dolphin trips and all. And I know for a fact they're very strict about ensuring that when the public's involved, you're providing a service and charging money, you need to make sure that the safety rules, regulations are met.
Yes.
So they do come and check vests, they do come and check buoyancy, they do come and check all these different safety features of your boat before you can ply your trade and generate a revenue. But these things will happen. It's not the end of the world. It's not the first, and I guarantee it won't be the last. The point I'm trying to make is, with all the safety features, unfortunately, these lifeguards had to risk their lives, and kudos, congratulations, give them a round of applause. My boys and girls and women, whoever, if they got some female lifeguards out there, thank you for saving these people's lives. I don't know who these people are, but they've just done something great. There's nothing more precious than a human life.
Absolutely.
Who is this dude? Is he one of the lifeguards, or is he one of the rescued people? Get that. Not this guy. This guy I know. Look at me in the storm, by the way. That is. I like this. I want next week. I want to have a couple of women dancing behind me. I want some beach scenes. Look at these poor people. These people were rescued off the boat. Guys, I can't stress enough that this place is dangerous enough as it is. And we just need to ensure that when we are doing stuff here with regards to tourists.
Well, when it's anything to do with the sea, obviously it's very unpredictable.
I was going to say anything with human life.
Well, yes, but you're saying this place is dangerous. You mean things like the sea is dangerous because it's unpredictable. It's it's a force of nature.
It is the ocean, dude.
Of course.
It is the ocean. These guys need commendations. These guys need being rewarded. They need to be applauded for doing what they did. Okay, what else are we talking about today?
You were talking about the weather last Sunday. We just finished the show, and then we had this huge thunderstorm. It was
the heavens opened
cracking
up
with thunder and lightning,
and all these people getting ready to celebrate Diwali, bringing in with Narkasur.
Yeah, and all the sound systems went quiet.
Yeah, dude. But in Parab, they got the party started. Ajoy and I went there, and he showed me how to make a boomerang. Did that go out at all in the air?
It did. People were like blown away at how good looking you looked in front of the Narkasur.
Could they tell the difference between me and the Narkasur? I'm leading you into a tell. I'm giving you the opportunity because I made a fat joke. Okay. Go ahead, say something about my pretty.
Well, yeah. They're still deciding about that. But in the meantime, we can talk about a controversial thing that happened during the Narkasur time. Apparently, somewhere in Goa, I think it was in Honda, Satari.
I know where that is. Close to Valpoi.
They were playing music very loud and I'm not sure about what time. We'll read through the article. And somebody complained, and these guys went berserk, and they set a car on fire of the guy who complained.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding you.
No.
But that's not cool. I don't care who you are. People have the right to complain. But why is the music? Listen, it's only one night, for fuck's sake. But if it, you're always going to have one fly in the ointment. If somebody complains, you can't go and burn his car.
That's right. You cannot resort to violence. But I think you should have some rules. Now, for example, let's talk about decibel levels at least to keep the music to a certain level. It gets really loud. Have you ever
I've been
stayed
there,
next to
Parab, Baba. We were there. It's bloody loud. But I'm saying to you,
very loud, mate.
I'm saying to I don't like fireworks. It scares the animals. It scares the pets, cats and dogs. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop Diwali or stop Narkasur, right? So you got to use a little bit of common sense. These guys have to be. They're neighbors. We're villagers. We live together side by side. If some idiot wants to complain about it, that's up to them. You can't go and burn. We talked about Goa Miles. Why should they not be allowed to ply their trade as competitors? Can you have the local taxis go and threaten them? This is unacceptable. Listen, you're celebrating a religious festival, but that doesn't mean it gives you the right to
Well, within the whole context of the story, the local MLA is actually saying that the gentleman who'd made the complaint is an habitual complainer. Obviously, it doesn't mean that the actions of torching someone's car is as a way to protest against that, because obviously we don't know the full facts of the case. So this is all like alleged scenarios. But, you know, that kind of violence should never be plied anywhere, and especially, you know, when people are celebrating a religious festival.
So there's no more information about this. What I'm saying to you, what I am saying to you,
there's a herald.
So go on, show me.
So
the rest
basically,
of the
those people who were there were a few people who were arrested, and they were granted bail. I think they should have never been granted bail.
You're setting a precedent. That's not cool. That is not allowed. I don't care who you are. Play this. I want to hear it.
You have to turn.
I go ahead and sang mare.
I think you do some magic on your side, Merv.
Majere. The point I'm trying to make is I don't care who you are. If somebody doesn't, you're always going to have disagreements, and we're peace-loving people. You're going to have the habitual complainers. Fine, let them complain. You can tell them to go fly a kite. It's my festival. Whoa.
That was a Narkasur firework.
I don't care. Screw it. I don't want to listen to it. I couldn't care less. The point I'm trying to make is you can't go and burn somebody's car or beat up somebody because you don't agree. So that doesn't make any sense.
So something as serious as anybody taking to violence, whether it be with Rama or anybody. First of all, it is somebody's right to complain.
Absolutely.
And if your complaint is frivolous, it should be thrown in the dustbin where it belongs. If it is not,
no. You can't be the judge of what's frivolous and not.
No,
everybody has the right to make a complaint. Absolutely.
My point is, if somebody complains, then it should be it should stand the test of law. And if the law says that this guy is complaining unnecessarily, and there's no penalty for his complaints, throw his complaint into the dustbin. But for somebody to come out there just because he's complained, and he may have the right to complain, and he may be right as well, for you to go and torch his car is actually very serious.
All 8 accused in Honda Narkasur incident granted bail by the court. In the Honda Satari Narkasur incident, the Additional Sessions Court in Mercedes has granted additional bail to all 8 arrested accused. Court ordered each of the accused to furnish a bail bond of 1,50,000 informs advocate Vinayak Parab. Listen. We can do this. This is a fine line. We have the police to protect us. The police have to do their jobs, no matter how frivolous or how much of a habitual complainer you are. They've got to do their job. They've got to use a little bit of judgment. The fact of the matter remains, Narkasur is once a year, like the Christmas, New Year, Diwali, blah blah. It's going to be loud. I can understand that. But as neighbors, you try to work together. That's not cool, man.
But that's got a whole load of fireworks in it. Why?
That's where they're torching his car because he made the complaint, dude. That's exactly what villagers torch fireworks.
That was in front of the police station, by the way. That's right in front of the police station. Can you believe that?
But then the cops should be reprimanded for letting that happen.
This is the police station at the back. Can you imagine?
Can I just say, though, that it's not necessarily the guy who filed the complaint. It's not necessarily his car. It's been alleged that the police mismanaged investigation that evening, and they were arresting people that were just there at the Narkasur kind of celebration. So there's probably a lot more to this story that needs to be investigated locally, I believe.
We don't have all the details. What I'm saying too is we are reacting. We are reacting to what's already happened. The point I'm trying to make is that this should be a normal daily occurrence where people get to make a complaint no matter what happens. Something bothered me, something got stolen, I got beaten up, whatever the case. We go to the authorities. You can't beat people up. You can't, because you disagree. You can't do what you choose. Yeah, there are rules and regulations. So go to the police. Let the police do their jobs. By the way, I'm really annoyed, and I say this, you guys are not going to believe me. I talk about this every week. I'm really annoyed because now the traffic is completely out of control in Goa. We love and we welcome and we want to welcome these out-of-state tourists or the European, or whoever you're coming. You're paying our bills. You're helping us generate money. But where are the police? The police are actually... they have their jobs basically to protect and serve, to protect the public and keep us safe, right? So when you have all these, you've got different branches, by the way, Ajo. How many branches? You've got the criminal police and you've got the traffic police, I guess, right?
Yes.
Both of them, I don't feel, in my humble opinion, don't do enough of what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to serve the public. It's not just to give people challans and nakabandis and all yes, that minimizes people offending, drink drive, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. But where are the police, traffic police, when you've got these crazy, ridiculous lines of traffic happening everywhere? They're nowhere to be seen.
You know,
Are they hiding? Are they doing that? What?
If you remember on our last show, last Sunday, we were talking about the CM having said that he would, increase the number of nakabandis. I think police are yet to receive the CM's message. 2 weeks since then. It must be 3 weeks now.
Ajo, I got stopped last week. I went to Mark's birthday. On the way home, I got stopped.
Baba, they must be looking out for you specifically now.
No, but it was a very, very quiet back road actually, and they had the road blocked.
Really?
They were doing their job.
Okay.
So I was quite surprised to see them on such a quiet road.
They were looking out for you, Merv.
They must be looking out for whatever the case may be. The fact of the matter remains, they are doing their jobs in certain circumstances. I got stopped. They asked me for my license, my ID, blah blah blah, registration, all that good stuff. I gave them everything. They said you can go ahead. So they do. To that part, I don't have a problem. But why should that come from the CM that you got to do more? You got to do your jobs anyway. No,
because he's actually in charge of the police as the Home Minister. Is the CM the Home Minister as well? I think it's the Home Minister.
Is he?
So the Home Minister is in charge of the police.
Okay, so get back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
This guy getting his car torched because he made a complaint is not cool, and the police should have cracked the law. Listen, you hammer time, baby.
Tell me something. If you had a car that was torched in front of a police station in America, what would those police be doing?
Somebody get a can of whoop ass. Let me tell you. Not only that, you've got cameras who've seen who did this, who started this, right? The cops should be reprimanded. They should be held liable because you can crack if you got any brains, you can see who started.
Yeah,
they know exactly what's happening. The point I'm trying to make is do your jobs. You've got to be able to pacify both sides. In America, in the UK, all over the world, yes, you've got rules and regulations. My point is, our police, when do you see the police other than when they're stopping people to collect challans, to collect fines, to give fines?
I don't see the traffic police. I see the...
No, I'm asking you, when is the last time you made a police complaint that you had a crime solved?
The statistics would be, would not be in favor of the police.
I'm telling you, and I spoke about this last week, the police are there to protect and serve the public, keep them safe, take complaints. If somebody complains, you have to write it down. You do your job, whether you solve the crime or not. You follow the processes. Your police departments aren't there to serve the politicians. They're not there to serve your higher ups and kiss ass.
No.
These guys are put in place to make sure their subordinates, they're the next level people are doing their jobs and protecting the public, solving crimes and keeping people safe.
No, obviously that is not being implemented, right?
In Honda, I'm surprised because these guys, they've got video cameras of the car being torched. What else do you need?
Forget the video cameras. The stations right there, the police are seeing the car being torched. Can you imagine? You know what that says? That says that nobody has the fear of the law in the state of Goa.
Ineptitude.
I'm telling you, if people knew that they would be in America, why would people will not actually do that in front of the police because they know they would get shot.
I don't keep saying in America, mate. Joy, you love this place like I do, right? Why do these things continue to happen? Why do crimes not continue to get solved? There has to be fundamental change. We've talked about corruption. We've talked about all these different issues, right? Until you have fundamental across the board from a grassroots, from a child, you're taught what's right and wrong. Parents are taught what's right and wrong. Those kids have their own kids. It is a generational thing where people need to understand, don't litter, take care of the environment, don't do what's wrong, try and be good. We're not saints. But if you're in the police department, you've got to do your job, and that includes solving crimes. But you can't let these things. Why should they be allowed to burn? Set an example. They beat up Rama, right?
Yes.
Why have they been hung? Why should you get your face covered? Why should you have bags over your face?
Listen, if I was an independent police officer in Honda and I saw somebody, torching a car, and I told them once, twice to stop, and they just continue to do that, and I had a weapon, I would have taken up that weapon and used it as per what my training said it. I would have literally cracked heads, man.
That's rules and regulations, and we need more of that. Right?
And I tell you what, that's how people get scared of the law. People are not scared of the law because, if, like you said, they can't even see the damn police on the roads.
We've had discussions, where somebody's been killed driving cars on the road, drunk driving, been killed, and they served nothing. They paid off the cops 4 months, 4 years later, they're walking free.
Exactly. And
right?
So that leads us to this next story now. If you remember, in 2023 August, there was a very disturbing case that happened in Banastarim where...
Banastarim Bridge?
Banastarim Bridge case. Do you remember it?
No.
There was, in August of 2023, there were a number of people that were killed, I think. A few people, if I'm not mistaken.
It says 3.
It says 3 people, correct. And, it was a very high-profile case involving very high-profile people, okay? And it was, from the beginning, there were accusations of the police trying to side with the people who were involved in the crash, who had caused the crash, right? There was a lot of accusations, allegedly, of this sort. But the question today is, the accused in the case. And that also is very, very questionable. Who's the accused? Till today, we don't know for sure who's the person driving the car.
But it leads back to my point.
Yes.
Why are the police not doing their jobs and solving crime and cases? It happens everywhere else in the world. Some of the more poorest countries in the world have police departments that do their jobs better than what we do. And I'm not, here again, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Merv Britto Show. This is our opinions. These are our opinions. Yeah, we're not painting everybody with the same brush. I know some brilliant public servants, police, traffic, crime. I've known brilliant. I spoke about Umesh Gankar at one point because I knew him personally. The fact of the matter remains, these guys were enigmas. These guys were like examples to use, right? So they're great people. I'm not saying everybody, but in general, it's so sad when I don't have the confidence in my police to protect and serve me in bad situations, in crisis, or whenever there's a problem. You want to be able to go to somebody to protect you, right? If outside your police station you're having a car lit on fire was thrown in, you've got a case where these guys just, no matter how profile or rich or whoever they are, it's still a crime and it needs to be solved, and somebody needs to punish for breaking the law.
That's the point of this story today, is that this case is languishing in the courts, and now the alleged accused, is even allowed to travel abroad. So
it's a joke, dude.
It's a joke. Either you go through the process as quickly as possible. The judiciary should do this. The case should be tried, and somebody has to be pronounced guilty or not guilty.
Can I tell you, there are 2 parties involved. There are 2 people to blame. They're not 2 people, they're 2 entities to blame. First of all, it's the judicial system that takes forever. Our judicial system is a joke.
Absolutely.
Go on, put me on record, say that. Merv just said our Indian judicial system is a joke. Number 1. Number 2, and I'm not talking about all the police and all the police departments, but it's sad to say, in general, these guys are not able to do their jobs because of pressure from above and lack of resources and lack of training, and I understand that. But overall, let the police do their jobs and solve crimes. And if these guys have been drinking, drunk driving, or they've created, listen, that's why it's called an accident. But there are rules. We live in a social environment where you've got rules and regulations, Joanne.
Correct. It's really sad, though, because there's no justice for the victims as well.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, because there's 3 people died and there were 3
What about the
people that
fucking
were
victims, the
injured
people that got
also.
killed and lost life? And
Of course, but their families would want justice, and there are also 3 people that were also injured during that accident as well. So, the sad thing is, if this happened in 2023, it's 2 years ago. So
Yeah.
who knows why it would be taking so long to bring this case to court, so that there could be a trial and then people could see justice served.
it has to, right? At the end of the day, that's exactly what your system's supposed to do,
Correct.
to take care and protect you. Why should you protect the goddamn criminals?
It's really
And the victims that need the protection, whether it's rape, whether it's murder, whether it's robbery, whether it's drunk driving and you killed somebody. Listen, you serve your time. You broke the rules. You broke the law. Lock him up. Simple as that.
ultimately when there's a death involved. I mean, that is they couldn't
That's
get any
ultimate,
worse
though.
than that, could it?
Basically, this is a story that's being played out across India. There are many cases like this where the drunken driving is never solved. Hit and run cases, people have died. For example, there's a very famous case that happened recently in Pune, where this barely turned adult person rammed his supercar against 2 young people and killed them on the spot. And that guy was so drunk, he was at the wheel. There's video of this. That case has never been solved. He was
Never been solved.
He was a very rich person, came from a business family with a lot of wealth. That case was never solved. It's still in the courts, and this person, like in the Goa case, the Banastarim case, is allowed to go, out of the country.
Saiba, can I ask you a question?
Sang.
Are you surprised?
Not at all.
And that's the sad part about Joanne. She's not Goan. She's not from here. She's been here long enough to understand this. As a Goan, that makes me so sad because it doesn't surprise you. You get calloused. You get. Listen, if you got money, you can get away with murder, literally. If you got money, that guy you slashed somebody's face in Panjim many years ago.
Yeah.
All these things that have happened, and we know about, we talk about it, and we don't do anything about. Well, we try to do things about it, but it doesn't change.
The thing is, I don't understand, though. I mean, obviously, I do very much believe in innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
However,
Absolutely.
there needs to be a trial.
Yes.
However, if you've got such serious allegations against you, wouldn't you be deemed as potentially a flight risk? So there would be restrictions on travel.
Exactly.
Take away your passport.
Correct.
You get grounded, put a goddamn ankle bracelet on. Listen, we don't have to go to extremes, but you've got to serve and protect, to take care of the victims equally, if not more than the goddamn, what are they called? You got victims and?
Accused.
The accused and the
Yeah.
victims. Everybody's innocent. By the way, I'm not just saying because if you think or suspect somebody to be guilty, obviously you've got to have evidence and follow the law. But it can't take you 10 years to solve a crime. A simple crime where you've got evidence that's glaringly
A
obvious.
last point on this. Basically, also people are so wary of going to the courts. Even people whose relatives have died don't want to go to the courts because they know it's going to cost them so much time and money to get justice. So they say to themselves, I know this for a fact, and I'm sure our viewers will confirm with me, that they say to themselves, better take the money and just go.
Take the money and go.
You've
lost a life. What money are you going to take?
Yes, it works. It comes down to that. Sadly,
Somebody pays you on the side.
Yeah, the person who's killed your relative. You know what? These guys think to themselves, you know what? I'm going to be spending so much time and money to get justice. I might just take some money for whatever little kids I have. And most of these people are poor, so they can't fight these kind of battles in court.
That's a shame, no?
Right?
It happens.
So,
I listen. I'm not playing holier than thou, ladies and gentlemen. We're not trying to stir it up. We're not trying to create any kind of what, ill will.
No,
We're just trying
of course, but I think there's been a bit of an uproar to see that this person has been granted the opportunity to travel overseas. So, it obviously does make people question the whole system if that is the situation.
And you know what pisses me off the most? When it's people like Vijay Mallya and who was the other dude? They're at some fancy function.
Mehul Choksi,
Mate,
Nirav Modi.
There you go. They're overseas. They're living it up. They owe crores of rupees to many, many people, and these guys are still living it up, and the government's let it happen. And you want to implement stupid laws for these dummies that live here and pay all our taxes, and you make it harder for us. Yeah. These guys walk Scott. Anyway, listen, I don't want to get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing the show, like I said, you're watching the Merv Britto show. We are live from Goa, and the primary reason we do this is to make people aware. These are our opinions, so we're not trying to influence, or this is just trying to make people aware.
It's creating awareness.
It's creating awareness. Yeah. The Merv Britto show live from Goa. Let's get on to something a little bit lighter. Can we talk about something else?
Yeah, let's talk about something a little more.
What you got?
Positive. So, our roads are very dangerous. So rather than people...
Oh my God!
Why don't we have something like this, the Gorvancho Paduo?
So this is after the Lakshmi Puja, isn't that right?
That's
during
right.
The Diwali celebration.
Correct.
Joanne, I'm so impressed. I didn't even know that. Paduo, going...
It's like a bull run, isn't it?
It's like a Spanish bull run.
Yeah, it's running of the bulls, baby. I love... What the...
They're following the
dude just... That's not wild buffalo. I love our gores.
These are not wild buffalo, mate. They must be.
They're just following the dude. Yeah, What's that all about?
Oh, they're trained. They're well trained.
I love our buffaloes, by the way. They call them gore, right? This is what our local FC Goa club is called, the Gores, right? Mm-hmm. They're so beautiful. They're ugly as sin, but they're so sweet too. So going to Padua, Maribon kela am to. Look, watch this dude turn. He'd turn on a dime and they'll follow him right back.
I think this must be the handlers, the animal handlers for these buffaloes.
We should send these two guys to the running of a bull in Pamplona. You know the running of the bulls?
These bulls have more what do you call, they have more awareness on the roads than our own people here in India.
Stop the bike. The bull stopped. Mate, now where do we go? We're going this way. Let's go.
Turn left, turn right. See, absolutely pinpoint.
These bulls are better trained than my dogs. Oh my God, the running of the bull. This ain't Pamplona. This ain't Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a village somewhere close by. Gorvancho Paduo celebrated with traditional buffalo race.
Yeah, so they're basically saying that the cows are worshipped on this day. And so they're cleaned and decorated with flowers along with mango tree leaves as well.
I love our bulls. Dude, our buffaloes are so... They're not very pretty to look at, but
I was going to say, there's quite bony, actually. I don't like to see all those bones sticking out there.
Gore.
Yeah, which is what? Yeah, FC Goa? We'll get onto that later.
So,
then.
We need more Gorvancho Paduo for our tourists. Look at what they're doing here.
Condre? There. On the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk.
Now, where are the police? The police can't be everywhere at every time, but why are they on... First of all, let me ask you, why are they on the sidewalk? These are not tourists, dude.
These are tourists. Look at the tourist vehicles right there.
Why there? Why are they on the sidewalk for what?
The roads don't seem to be as bad as...
Where is this?
This is in Pororim.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep. They must be also wanting to join the Gorvancho Paduo.
I've seen some other videos of this as well.
That's absolutely
with
dumb.
people...
You know what? Can I tell you?
The pavements and stuff, but we've seen a lot worse.
We're not making light about this, but can I tell you something that happens here in India? It's called monkey see, monkey do.
Absolutely.
See one dumbass doing something stupid, and you'll have every fucking other idiot follow him. He's doing it. Then you pull him over and say, "Why are you doing it?" Because he's doing it.
Yeah.
You'll have somebody get pulled over. Somebody pulled over with. Have a breakdown. Yeah. Try. You think I'm kidding about monkey see, monkey do? You think some of these people are so goddamn bright? I've been on the side of the road changing a flat tire. And I'm so going puncture zalo. No, motherfucker. I change my oil every 5,000 miles, no matter where I am. Well, of course, puncture zalo. No.
See, there's no reason for them to be on the pavement there, but of course, we've mentioned it before. You do see the stupidity of people riding their scooters the wrong way on the bridge coming back over because they know the police are on the other side.
Yeah, but where are the cops? And like I said, I can't blame the cops for everything.
Look at this. These ones in between those buses behind.
Yeah, but they're on the sidewalk.
I know. I mean,
that's illegal, and they should get fines. A couple of chicks. But why? Somebody, you can't have police everywhere doing the job all the time. This has been caught on video. If they can zoom in on the number plates, they can send them fines.
Merv, this extends to even pedestrians. Yeah. This is something very unique in India I've seen.
What?
As an Indian, I have every right to comment on this. Even in spite of sometimes I know there are not very good sidewalks in India. I agree with you. Okay, but there are times sidewalks.
He's talking about pavements.
Yeah,
what is a sidewalk meant for?
To walk, Baba.
People
to walk, right?
Humans, yeah.
And if you have a sidewalk, shouldn't you use it?
Yeah, what are you getting at? What's your point?
What I'm trying to tell you is we have so many sidewalks. Like in this case, this is in Miramar. I know for a fact, I stay in Miramar. I see people not using the sidewalks. Those people will be on the roads walking.
But that's what I'm saying. Fundamental change, education. You want to be safe, walk where you're supposed to walk, drive where you're supposed to drive, and ride where you're supposed to ride. Why should you be allowed to get away with... And like I'm saying, this is an anomaly. This is not happening all the time everywhere. People are getting these because now every day people have telephones and they capture this video footage all the time. The point is that these guys should be given fines, but obviously, sadly, there's no police around to catch them.
You know what? I have a suggestion for you, Merv. Why don't we do human Gorvancho Parvo? You and me will go on a bike like those guys. I'll ride or you ride, and one of us would say, "Follow me." So he'd make these guys follow us onto the sidewalk or where they should be really using their vehicles.
I wish I could get people to do something
You
right.
can actually go to Mall de Goa, opposite that. When there's heavy traffic in the evening, people actually go over the sidewalk, and I've seen this multiple times.
I'm saying, Willie, it's not the first time. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I've seen it numerous times, and sadly, we get callous to it. It doesn't bother you anymore. But can I also say, there's nobody on the sidewalk. I've seen guys in Go, and I love that. And I've seen a video of a guy stop a guy and make him get off the sidewalk on his bike. Did y'all see that video? There's a viral video where a guy was actually walking, and he told these guys, stop the guys, and told them, get off the sidewalk, get your bikes on the road, on the pavement where you're supposed to be riding. Yeah. It just comes down to enforcement, the lack of enforcement, and we can't bang on the police all the time, but sadly there were no police around.
If I had more time, especially if I'm going on a road which is a one-way, meaning there's no opposing traffic that is allowed, and you get a lot of these idiots coming, even in those scenarios, coming in the wrong direction. If I had time, I would just park in front of this guy, turn off my car, and ask him to go around on that road, which is probably going to be very busy. Put them in a conundrum where they are forced to go back. That's the only way I can see this working. Because if the police are not going to do their job, then somebody has to do it, right?
Is that vigilantism? No, but I agree.
Yeah, but it's a soft vigilantism where you're not using force.
I agree.
But you're using common sense to get these guys to understand that what they're doing is wrong.
I agree with you 100%. I can't tell you when I was younger the number of times I've pulled over a bus. I pulled my vehicle in front of a bus and stopped the bus because somebody threw a plastic bottle out. And sadly, I've been callous. I can't be bothered anymore. You'd love to do something if you know it's going to get somewhere, it's actually going to get a result. Joanne?
Yeah.
You would see these things happening all the time, and it gets to a point where you say, you know what, fuck it, I'm getting too old for this.
Well, I don't, because outside our building we do get a lot of tourists that
and my wife's always
I'm always going out and saying, excuse me, take that bottle, put it in the bin at the side there, please. And then, people begrudgingly will pick it up and walk to the side. But
how many times can you do it?
I know, well, I'll always do it. And also people spitting outside, I'll tell them, hello, excuse me, we live here, please don't be so dirty.
You know what, Merv, Joanne, it won't work that way. You have to actually make them feel really uncomfortable. My mom's very good at this. Yeah. Shall I tell you another one of my stories?
What is your mom's name? Tell her. I love your mom and dad. I'm a big fan.
My mom's name is Veena.
You have to think about saying my mom's name is Veena. Tony and Veena.
Okay,
he knows
Tony
that
and. Do you want the short form or the? So there's a very quick story that happened in Mumbai airport. We were waiting for our flight to Singapore, and we found some seating next to a receptacle. And opposite to us, there was another bench where this guy who was well dressed, seemed to be well educated, seemed to be highly educated because he was in a suit, he had a laptop and all of that. So this guy, sometime during the night while we were waiting for the flight, this guy gets up and he walks towards our bench, towards the receptacle. He keels over and he does the only thing that we of India's famous for, spitting. He had some pan or something in his mouth. He just into that.
Oh, dude!
Dear God.
And my mom, she didn't wait. She got up and she started, with a very loud voice, saying that this is kind of behavior that makes India look bad in front of the world, and that guy literally shrunk to several sizes smaller and crawled away.
Can I tell you something?
The reason why I'm telling you this story is you just said that you want to give up on trying to educate people.
Mm-hmm.
We should not.
Never ever.
You should make these guys uncomfortable and then something hopefully will click in their mind.
Can I tell you the good or the bad?
Yeah.
The good news is that guy will never do that again. Thank you, Veena. You're a rock star. Thank you so much. He'll never do that. He'll remember that, right?
Yes.
But you've got 1 point how many billion people that need to learn this too. And I'm not saying everybody does it, but why you would never see an Indian do it in the UK or the US or any other foreign country. You do it in your country.
Yeah.
Throw litter, you spit, you pond, all this bullshit, right? So by Veena making him aware that that is unacceptable, what about the other people? And that's a good part of it. The bad part of it is until you have fundamental change where you teach them from a young age, that's not, you go to the restroom, mate. That's where they make toilets for.
Of course.
So, okay, moving on. We'll go on to the next topic. You've heard of twins, right? Human twins.
Yeah, of course.
Separated at birth.
Yeah, separated at birth. With some with big bodies, some with small bodies, right? Have you heard of twin number plates?
On a Baleno car.
On the same car.
Same number plate.
How can it be?
Driving
Check
around
this
in
out.
Kalangu.
So this happened in obviously in Goa, where they found 2 Balenos with the same number plates.
And
Yeah, but this is a scam, guys. This can't be a
drivers spotted this.
Sweetie, this has got to be either a scam, because there's no way you can issue, the computer issues these numbers.
No.
If these guys are pulling a scam and they've used one car's plates for 2 cars, that's a scam, right? So that you can operate 2 vehicles with one set of number plates. But this is, I very rarely would the machine, your computer, generate 2 number plates for 2 different cars.
No. But basically, the police have launched an investigation. I have to say, with these number plates, what I don't understand as well is, in here in Goa, that one on the left-hand side, that's a really tiny number plate. In the UK and in the US and everything, it's really illegal to have really small number plates, because if you're going through cameras and things like that, you actually have to be able to read these things. So I've never understood, even like for a driver driving behind someone with a tiny number plate, why it's actually legal to allow that.
This is, again, rules and regulations is one thing, but they need to be enforced. If you're going to be issuing number plates, you can go to the shop and make number plates, by the way. Do you know that?
The left-hand side is the one which is made, actually. The right-hand side is a government-issued one. You can see the stamp, like the
But I'm saying, dude, it's not rocket science, Willie. This is a scam. Somebody's taken 2 plates and made 4. Because they want to operate 2 vehicles, they don't want to pay the tax or whatever the case may be. This is my opinion, but it's very straightforward. I'm saying with size, with color, with all these different things, it's so easy. Us donkeys that are willing to follow the rules and play by the rules, are willing to pay our tax share, are willing to do what we do by the book. You've got a bunch of crooks that do their job full time that will pull these scams and schemes and get away with it. So they've caught these guys. Big deal, big whoop. That's probably one of many. And you're losing revenue because you're not collecting the money from those. You talked about size of the number plates. It's not allowed. You can't have that. That's like me manipulating my license plate to get away with what I want to get away with.
Absolutely. It's just absolutely tiny writing. It just seems really, really strange. I've never understood that.
I'm sure the police will solve that.
Yeah. In 3001.
Bloody hell.
Okay, so also because
is this some people trying to get away from the cops? They're parasailing.
If only it worked, right? So this, because of the inclement weather, again, you had the
dangerous parasailing activities at Varka have raised safety concerns after a viral video showed a parachute caught in a coconut tree. Reports indicate the activities continue. Despite the incident, the tourism department has been urged to look into the matter and take necessary action.
What necessary action?
And there's one guy taking off after that incident. Check it out.
Baba. Oh my God.
Nobody was hurt though, were they?
I hope not.
We're laughing about it, but that's the first question. I'm glad you asked that, Joanne. Here again, rules, laws, regulation, enforcement. If you're going to operate these, you're going to have special training, you're going to have special licenses, boats, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's so worried about collecting the money to issue you the license, but nobody's worried about training. That goddamn that parasail is on a coconut tree.
According to somebody here on this video on Instagram, he's saying it's similar to some deleted scene from Krish, the movie.
or you end up having But I've seen accidents that happen. I've seen videos of parasailing accidents where the rope breaks or the people they land on the beach or a strong gust of wind takes them up.
Yeah, but I've seen also like video of a kite surfer in Bournemouth being taken with a gust of wind and then he went smacking into a double-decker bus.
Johnny was kite surfing.
He was kite surfing. I know, but that's because the wind picks you up, the force.
The fact of the matter remains, this could be an anomaly, it could be a mistake or an accident, exactly why it's called an accident.
Of course.
But they need to investigate it. You can't put that. You got some idiot should have gone and said to him, mate, you can't dry your parasail there. That's not a right. But you know these guys that say.
Oh, but remember when you were drying your kite surfing kite on the roof.
There's the very good looking. Is that Rowan Conte, right?
Yeah, Tourism Minister Rowan Conte has confirmed that show cause notices have been issued in connection with both recent tourist mishaps, the parasailing incident at Varka and the cruise boat episode at Kandani, which we talked about earlier. County said the tourism department has taken the incidents very seriously and initiated action to ensure accountability and adherence to safety protocols.
That's good. Kudos to him. Good. That's very good.
Wait.
You'd expect that to happen. No?
He said it. We have to see if it's going to be done. That's the big point.
Lip service.
Yeah.
You think
But
it's lip service?
he made surprise visits last Sunday to the beach, Kalangu and Vagator.
I don't know him. I've never met him. I mean, I've met him many times. I don't know him personally. But all I'm saying, too, if he's going to do so, he's a tourism minister. This I was going to say country. This state or this territory is based, or our revenue is generated by tourists. If you can't keep them safe, if you can't keep them coming, you can't keep them happy, they're not going to come. They're going to go someplace else. So if he can't do that, by the way, he's got a haircut like mine. He's thinning, dude. Oh. Well, you listen. I shouldn't say that, dude. I'm going to get my ass.
What's wrong with you? Listen. If take the heat
Mr.
off
Kante?
you. No. To take the heat off you, it's saying that the minister's visit comes in the backdrop of recent advisory by Japanese consulate asking its citizens to move with caution while travelling to Anjuna and surrounding areas following incidents of criminal groups targeting travellers and implicating them in cases of possession of drugs and extorting money from them.
Wow.
So that's an element of the story that I wasn't previously aware of.
I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know somebody lives matter.
It comes back. It comes right back to the case and exactly what we're talking about the whole time. We've done this segment because I don't feel the police do enough. If you've got these things that are happening, I'm sure they know about it, and you've got enough police, that these guys should be doing their jobs to prevent this from happening, from protecting the tourists. And as the tourism minister, at least he's doing something. I hope he's doing something.
But apparently there was a lot of complaints with a lot of these water sports providers overcharging, so demanding 3,000 rupees from tourists instead of 800 rupees. So that's really terrible.
Yeah.
Just really screwing people into the ground with those kinds of things, and obviously that just turns into a really negative experience. That's not good.
But there again, things are going to happen. Bad things are going to happen all the time. They're going to happen everywhere.
Of course.
You've got to be able to, and that's what makes me sad. I love this place. I love Goa, and the thing that makes me the most sad is that it doesn't seem to be changing or getting better. And you've got all these smart, educated people that are supposed to be running the show and running the country and running the state. It's not getting any better. It's getting worse. No. And I hate to say it, you're going to hate me for saying this, but I'm starting to care less and less about the fact, because as I get older, you don't see the change happening. Let the next generation get off their asses and do something about it.
But you've got to live with that in the meantime.
No, but that's what every generation says, Merv.
No, I don't. I disagree. I disagree. And this is why I do this. This is exactly why I do what I do. We do the show for this reason. I want to make people aware. And people that are not paying attention, listen, I guarantee there's a shitload of people that are saying, you know what, he's right. People should be getting involved and blah, blah, but there's a bunch of people that says, Makaki de porta. How does it affect me? Why
but then it can just get worse. It just can spiral completely out of control, and you're still living here.
Yes.
And you actually need to make a difference and make a change.
And a time to change is now, not later.
Yeah, but talk is cheap.
And in fact, you know what?
And blow the smoke up somebody else's ass, man. Talk is cheap.
You know, I was hoping to go through some of our viewers' reactions. There was, I don't think it's possible.
Stop it. I'm not talking about anything else. We're going through reactions.
Okay.
Viewer.
But we're not ready for that.
Hang on one
But I'll tell you one. Somebody asked you, I don't know which video this was. Somebody were questioning whether, you were talking about roads or something like that. They were asking us, why don't you do something about it?
I am doing something about it. I'm not sitting on the bone of my ass doing nothing about it. I'm talking about it. I'm making people aware about it, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
So who asked the question? I said, put him on the goddamn man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but actually, what I don't understand regarding these roads is why, that road by Little Angel School, how has that...
Oh, yeah.
Little Angel School, how has that road been like that for over a year?
Joanne.
Why on earth?
Are you missing our road stories, Joanne?
Can you not talk
How
about
can I miss those road stories?
Can I tell
I
you?
live it every week.
I'm so sick and tired of talking about the same damn things. And for the guy that asked, what am I doing about it? I'm talking about it. I've got off my butt, and I'm making more people aware of what the hell is going on. Don't get me started in the road. They finally fixed the roads in Saligaon, my village. Mazogaon.
What are they, but right the way up to the industrial estate there, that's still not fixed. What are you talking about?
It's another, like butter and bread. They put a thin the coat of tar, but it's better than it was, dude.
I wonder how long it's going to last, because in Porvorim they had done the hot mixing about a month ago, and now it's starting to show potholes everywhere again. Yeah, less than a month, and I travel there every day.
I know, but why can't we just get my cousin's machines here? How many times do I have to say that?
Exactly.
How many meetings he's had here in India?
The machines along with your cousin as well?
Of course, I'm trying to get him to India. Come on, Dom, please come.
You know what? All jokes aside, they've got a company that produces these amazing machines that fix potholes, right? Absolutely. But can I tell you what? They would fix all the problems in a heartbeat. It'd take time, but they would fix the problems. But not enough people are getting paid along the way.
We saw that video a few episodes back where someone had taken a JCB and then they'd just been cutting into that newly tarmac road.
I will never forget that, And I'm glad you guys made me aware of that. They had these Parsi brothers that did such a good job. They came back a couple of years later with a JCB to cut up the road to destroy it.
But that wasn't that story.
It was that story.
It wasn't exactly linked to that. That was the contractors that were doing such amazing work. They weren't recontracted because there was not too much repeat business.
I don't want to get into this.
Unfortunately.
Listen, it's a joke. All of these things that we talk about, ladies and gentlemen, we're not cribbing, we're not complaining, but we are going to make people aware of what's happening. And I don't mean to sound like a sissy? But I'm getting tired of talking about these and not seeing any change happen. It's not going to happen overnight, but I would love to see the young people. It happened all around the world. Last happened in Nepal. Gen Z got fed up, and they got out there, and we spoke to Omkar.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And he's a young guy that's getting. We know what we have seen and how I've loved and experienced our Goa in the years past, right? And it's not getting better. It's not going to get any better. You've got people in politics in place, but we can talk about this till the buffaloes come back home. It's not changing, and I'm getting fed up of there's not much more you can do.
But let's get a couple of people who are involved in the local community that maybe have the opportunity to make change, and get them on the show. Let's get them on the show. Let's get some of the MLAs, the Sarpanches, those guys. Let's get them in and let's see how they can help their community.
It's lip service, mate. It's lip service. It's a freaking joke.
Yeah, but
I wish we had fucking Narkasur here today. I would have asked him his opinion.
Yeah, but if people are leading by example.
He clearly has more important things to do.
He ain't got nothing to do, man.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
You know what her name is?
We cannot.
Come on, let's mess it.
We are opinionated show. We're not a factual.
It's not a fact. It's my opinion. I think he's trying to.
No,
Hey.
Yusuf, you're saved by Ajoy. Ajoy just saved you. I was just going to give out the name of that bird that you've been fancying. You know what I'm saying? On that note, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Merv Britto Show. It is a live broadcast from Goa, and we do this every week on a Sunday. We broadcast so that we can put people together from different parts of the world. If you're here anybody who's had a link to Goa, if you've traveled to Goa, we do the show to bring issues and situations to people's awareness, make people aware. You can get in touch with us on any of these social media platforms, wherever you get your social media, at the Merv Britto Show, on WhatsApp. Joanne, I can't remember the number.
It's 7507-246-246.
We'd love to hear from you. I want to do the show with. You keep promising me we'll do the show with the comments. Korea mein kota. Azun pa case podla marazun mato.
All I'm going to say is I was ready.
Can I tell you I'm hungry? I want to go to Ida's. I want to go to Ida's or Mackey's, Morris's, and have a shawarma.
Yeah, Mervyn, you've got 2 shawarmas in the fridge from the other day.
We're supposed to have a contest for giving away some prizes on Neil.
Yeah. Okay.
We've given away Zip. Fuck all, mate. I've got. By the way,
Zip, will you?
Huh?
Mo is in some mood today when it comes to the expletives.
On a rant there.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can I tell you, I've got some T-shirts that I'm making because I'm going to go out there and start giving out T-shirts for live social media. Yeah, we're going to do some social media recording out on the road, and I've got some stickers that I'm going to show you quickly. I'll do this quickly because I love it. It's fun to make people aware. But we're going to give away some of these stickers. Yeah, can you see that?
You can take the elastic band off them.
My other car is a Ferrari. My other bike it's a rubber band on it, dude.
Do you know what?
I'm so proud of these ones. That's my bald head. Can you see these? It's only showing up as black and white. Why can't we see the blue?
You can see the blue.
This one not here.
Yeah. I can see the blue around the edges. I was just going to say, those Ferrari and Ducati stickers, they're just as small as those license plates.
They're meant for cars and bikes. It's a joke. It's for a joke.
And you said something about you handing out T-shirts.
We have, you agreed to it.
Yes.
We've designed some nice white and blue T-shirts with our logos. And I'm so fed up of having to change my shirt. You guys, you abuse me. You take me for granted. Make me change my shirt 50 times a week. I'm going to wear the Merv Britto logoed shirt every week. Blue or white is the only decision I will make.
Okay. And once you really disperse those T-shirts out there, then we can have those wet T-shirt contests, right?
We can. We don't need T-shirts to have a wet T-shirt contest, man. You find me a couple of birds, I'll MC the show. We'll have a contest, all right. Wet T-shirts and no T-shirt. We're going to be giving away a lot of prizes. We want to get more people involved. We've just been in the testing phases, all these. We're coming up, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, on our 30th episode. Yeah. What are we on, 27?
Yep.
28?
28.
So on the 30th episode, I haven't told you this is a surprise.
Okay, we won't be here. We'll be away celebrating.
I just thought of this.
No, all of us. We'll leave him to it.
Oh, yes,
now,
correct.
I'm just saying, the 30th episode, we should do a show with all of us on video, all of us on camera, all of us having a discussion, a group discussion, discussing all the 29 previous shows, all 4 or 5 of us. Okay. We got to do a group like a, you know what I'm saying? We've done 30 shows in the practice phases. We're at a point where we want to do some outdoor recording, out in the field, social media. We want to give away some prizes, have some contests, give away some cash, get people involved, our viewers and listeners, who we do appreciate. I should say this. We appreciate you guys that are joining us, that are watching us live. God bless you. God almighty. Fucking hell, mate. We appreciate the people that get involved, that send us comments and get involved and like and share and all that good stuff. We appreciate every one of our listeners and viewers, and it's not a joke. We're just trying to iron out some of the hiccups or some of the stuff that's not working as perfectly as we'd like. We've had a lot of comments. We've had a lot of people leave us comments and liked and shared and subscribed, and I'd love you to keep doing what you do. We appreciate the love. If you like what we do, you can like, share, subscribe, but I will get to the point where I will be reading out comments, and it's not that we just ask for comments and don't read them. We've got a phone that rings off the hook, or messages are coming all the time, and we're trying to get our feet and get our bearings to make sure that we're doing things right.
Yeah, so we can balance that when we get the phone calls.
When are we doing the show with the comments? Can we get into comments soon? Talk about some more topics.
Definitely next week.
Next week.
Do that.
Kya
Baba, production.
Post-production.
Live production.
Let's talk about a couple more things that are happening right now, topical things.
So you were talking about birds, you were talking about food. Did you know that the FDA has been cracking down on some food joints?
What does the FDA stand for?
In Barders. Food and Drugs Administration.
There you go. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
What happened, dude? Was very smart. She's very clever. My God, she is.
The Directorate of Food and Drugs Administration, in an inspection drive at Tiswadi and Bardez, directed 6 food outlets to cease operations. These included a biryani outlet. Baba, it must be the one that you go to.
Love my biryani, Baba.
In
Might be the
Agasaim.
one which we went to.
Yeah.
I bet you they don't even have a license.
But actually, it was in Agasaim, operating in unhygienic conditions without FSSAI license, and 2 cloud kitchens in Sangolda for poor hygiene and structural issues.
Oh, goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I tell you? And my grandma was she was perfect at doing this. She said, if you ever saw the kitchen in any restaurant you went to, you would never eat. I love my Goan food. I love my Indian food. I love all my food, especially Thai food. And I've seen some filth here. I'm glad they're cracking down because
But she used to deliberately walk into the kitchens.
I'll tell you a quick story about my grandma. She would act like she wanted to go to the restroom and knowingly walk into the kitchen before we ordered food. And they'd be, madam, you cannot come. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm looking for the restroom. And she'd get to take a quick sneak peek at the kitchen, and she'd say, "Nope, Hubert, we're not eating here." And the whole family were so excited to eat a meal at this place. We couldn't eat because the kitchen was filthy. But it's not something that's uncommon. We eat at places here all the time, and you wouldn't know how filthy the kitchen is unless you went in there. There has to be rules, regulation, and enforcement. Read it out.
So, but the question is, if it's too clean, then where does all the flavors of Indian flavors come from?
Where the taste comes from.
Yeah, the taste comes from, mate.
The FDA cracks down on food safety violations in Bardez.
This is a continuation of that story I read earlier.
I love that. I need to give these guys a round of applause. These guys are actual enforcers, yeah?
So they went to Mapsa and they were checking the bananas just to see whether they've been chemically ripened.
Whose bananas?
Yes, we have bananas. The bananas in the market.
Gotcha. The
So
grown
they
a
went
tree.
to the subyard to check for contamination and chemical ripening. So they were doing that.
Joanne,
Yeah.
you talk about chemical ripening of bananas. I actually discovered something the other day. We buy these really expensive apples. They're about, I think, 280 rupees per kg. These are the imported apples.
Are they Granny Smiths? They're my favourite. The really green.
None of the green
kind of
ones.
almost
No,
sour.
they're the other ones. But they are on par in terms of pricing with the Granny Smiths. Not the green apples that we get. I don't think we get green.
sang mare.
Sorry, I'm addressing a wife. Mare. Kidhar hai tu?
I like, you got nice apples?
No, you want? I'll show you later.
How's your banana?
Okay, so
Tell
anyway.
the story. Can you please tell the story?
So, anyways, you take one of these apples, right, and you cut them, and you don't refrigerate them, and keep them in. You can keep them outside.
Yeah.
I swear, I noticed that if it's apples are meant to go black after some time.
Yeah, they can start to go brown.
These things don't go black.
What?
I'm not kidding you. They don't go black at all. You keep them out 24/7. They don't go black.
Shut up.
Check it out.
Even when you've cut them?
Even when you cut them.
What? That's
I'm not kidding you.
ridiculous.
And they don't attract flies.
What they
Flies are smart. The flies
The fruit
know that
flies.
these are dangerous.
You
of
got
course.
this fruit.
I ain't eating that goddamn fruit.
I'm not kidding. I'm serious here, guys. I'm telling you, go and do this experiment at home. Buy one of those 280 rupees apples and cut them and leave them outside. They don't go black.
I thought you were going to say that they were coated in wax. You can scrape them with a knife, and you can see all the stuff they use, the chemicals and the treatment to keep them from going spoiled. They color them and all that kind of stuff. But can I also tell you, try this sometimes. I've seen a scare, and I will not mention the brand. I love my ice cream. I've left ice cream outside and didn't melt.
That was disgusting.
No ways.
I forgot a box of ice cream outside. And when I went there the following morning, I left it out overnight. It was still a square glob with water around the base.
It was just a ball of fat. That's
Can I
what it
tell you?
ended up
And I
being.
won't mention the name.
That's all it ended up being, a ball of fat.
I eat it. I've eaten one time at KFC. Should I mention? I can't mention that. And the mayonnaise, I don't know if it was eggless or something fancy, was like Fevicol. No,
That's
we're
well
not going to point any one particular, whatever the case may be. I'm saying I am so happy that they're actually cracking down on safety, food handling, whatever, because you're catering to a diverse crowd of people, tourists.
Yeah.
All you need is Ebola. I mean, not Ebola. What is it called? What is it? What is that, Ebola? What's
That's the last thing you require.
Salmonella.
E. coli.
E. coli and salmonella
Which you
outbreak.
had last year.
Yeah. No, but I'm glad they're doing their jobs. Kudos to these guys. Read this out. I'd love to hear this.
So this
But
was
the question is for how long? Because like I think 2 years ago something they had closed the Alankar fast food joints over there, plus the one in this thing Valke, I believe, in Mapsa near the bus stand.
And now card na kare.
They are open now.
But now card na ka.
Yeah,
Not all
but
Yusuf
they've
joints. They're all
also-
Yusuf joints. Chalo, Yusuf, ubiquitous name Yusuf joints. Magir, put a song.
Now they are open actually, and they are operating. Because I remember going there to Valke's, and I was sitting at the inside part where you could see the kitchen full black and all.
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
that's disgusting.
and in a few days they actually raided it and they closed it out. And I had gone to
you went back there again, right?
I went there again.
You love the food there, right?
That is the flavor, Baba.
That's the flavor.
He didn't wash his hand making samosa. That was my dad's joke, right? You should come back and watch him make the donuts.
No, but this Valke Express, actually, it says one of these Valke Express was fined 20,000 rupees for operating under unhygienic conditions and poor sanitation, improper food storage, and lack of pest control measures.
I think it's the same one.
So that was one of them, but then they were saying there was 4 restaurants, 2 in Kalangut and 2 in Kanka, were told to shut down operations because it was unhygienic and unsafe conditions for kitchens and storage units.
I hate to say it. I'm going to say it anyway. But I don't think I've been to I have to say, you know what? I'm going to give him kudos. Here, let's talk about something positive. Speaking of hygiene, one of the cleanest kitchens I've ever seen, and I'm going to say his name out on the air. One of the best, one of my favorite restaurants, but one of the cleanest kitchens. Guess. I'll give you 1,000 rupees right now if you can guess the name.
Silage.
No, I haven't seen his kitchen.
You
His
went
food
into
is
his
awesome.
kitchen last
I was there
night.
last night. His kitchen was
gorgeous.
clean.
Yeah.
By the way, Adolfo, your kitchen is very clean.
I
Silage,
love your
yes.
food.
Go. What is it called? What is my favorite restaurant in Mapsa? Go. Spice Goa.
Oh,
They call him,
yeah.
Dude, he's got a stain, and he'll bring you. You want to go see my kitchen? Come see my kitchen.
Yeah.
Stainless steel. It is spotless.
Yeah.
That's the kind of place you feel confident eating, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm saying overall, I love eating at dives, at small joints and all that. This is sickening what I'm seeing on the screen. This is ridiculous.
Oh, whoa.
But I'm saying it has to be enforced, guys. I
Yeah,
still do it.
of
I still love my junk food.
Okay, do you like pani puri, Merv?
Don't you go there. Don't
Do
you.
you like pani puri or
I
not?
don't eat pani puri, Baba.
It's
Do,
I love pani puri.
Ah.
I only eat it in that place in Panjim. I won't eat pani puri.
you know how puris are made? Go
No.
check it out, my friend.
Shut
Go
up.
check it out.
Well, how they make them? Sang no.
You know how they make wine in Italy?
Oh, yeah, when they're stamping on it.
Yeah.
Pushing
Here
the
they make,
Puris.
they go pochak at the night and they make it between their
Not
feet.
the puris.
Yes.
The dough.
Yeah, the dough is on the floor and pochak.
Can I also say to you this? Can I also say to
But that's
you?
where the flavor comes from. I'm telling you, man.
Oh my God! Can I also say to you, this is not. We're bagging on all the stuff that's happening here. I've been around the world. In Malaysia, I lived in Kuala Lumpur. We used to go out and eat, and it's the same over there. The restaurants are with the most brilliant food have the lowest food hygiene and cleanliness standards. It's filthy. So it's not only in India.
No, of course not.
But I also have to say that I love all my junk food. I wouldn't stop in a heartbeat. Any fish curry, rice, biryani. I love all my stuff. So
Yeah.
we're not pointing fingers. But yes, you do have to be you do have to be a little bit more conscious and protect the people that are eating in the restaurants and the food and drug. You know what? Who are those people though? There's an FDA here. How many? They've got too many places to police.
But the thing is, they're not just doing restaurants and things like that. They're also checking out confectioners, and there was some chocolate that was misbranded as chocolate, so they're investigating.
Shut
that.
up.
Yeah, it says.
What do you mean misbranded? What was it?
It says a significant seizure of stock misbranded confectionery labelled as chocolate.
What was it?
I don't know. It said it's been detained from a major distributor, and it said samples of the product have been sent to the state laboratory for analysis.
Holy shit, that's scary, dude.
Yeah, so goodness knows what that was. But obviously these people have a wide-ranging remit, so they obviously have to check out a lot of a lot
Sweetie,
of
can I
different
tell
kind
you,
of outlets.
just like the police, I just hope they have enough power, sustained
Yeah, of
self.
course.
What is it called? The autonomy.
Yeah.
To be able to go and do their jobs without being bribed and paid and scared and threatened. And I'll have this MLA call you and nothing of the sort. Do your jobs, and I'm proud of you for doing your jobs.
Yeah.
But it's a very simple, but very, very scary thing. Look at this dude. Fucking hell, what's he making? Look at it. Oh, shit! No! No! And she's fucking eating it. Oh!
Come on, that can't be real, man.
It's a fucking joke.
Nah,
This is a joke.
that's a joke.
This has got to be a joke. Check.
Why doesn't
Oh,
he just wipe it underneath as well?
You know, I think that could be AI.
it's a joke.
No way.
And she's not going to be eating it after seeing
No,
that.
she's not, but that's fine.
There's no way. Look at this dude. Oh my God. Okay, enough of that.
But you like watching these food markets and stuff like that.
I
Street
do,
food
because
cooking.
I'm the primary suspect. I love this kind of food, right? I love my fish curry, so sunta chikori, I'm so biryani, I'm so what is it, shawarma, all these. I love. That's why I love living here, because I get everything I want. But
You love the taste, baby.
I know that's where the flavor comes from, man. I know that's
From the
where.
armpits.
Shut up, Willie. Shut up.
From the feet, mate. Pochak, pochak.
I play poker with these guys, and we have a joke about fixing my drink. Can you go and fix my drink? Can you wash your hands? You know what? Especially for you, I'm going to give you special garnishing. Schubert. And I don't want to say his name. He's in Thailand, by the way.
Wow.
Obviously, he's not watching the show, but he's the biggest culprit, one of the funniest guys, and he's always complaining about garnishing. He got these. Mark, another one.
Yeah.
Mr. Seagraves.
His birthday last Tuesday. Happy birthday. Wednesday. wasn't it?
I'm glad these guys are doing what they're doing about this hygiene and the standards, because you don't need salmonella. You don't need people getting sick.
Of course.
It creates a huge negative publicity effect, and it's going to screw your tourism industry. I just hope these people are allowed to do their jobs. What about enforcement? We're talking about
So raids. It's talking
Raids?
about
Yeah.
raids.
RAIDs.
Yes.
Tell me.
Talking about poker, if you remember, there was a series of raids that were conducted in the past in Goa.
September time, wasn't it?
September, I believe, right?
Quite a Big Daddy.
And it's alleged that the Big Daddy is connected to this. So
Johan Braganza. I'm calling him Big Daddy. Sorry, Ajay.
the Goa-based Big Daddy Casino Group has denied reports of cash seizures at its properties, which surfaced following an ED's searches. The group
Erectile
stated
dysfunction.
it is.
Enforcement.
The group stated it is fully cooperating with the investigation and asserted no illegal funds or cryptocurrencies were seized from their locations.
Can I tell you, this is my take on the situation. This is my opinion. I couldn't. If I took 1,000,000 pens and 1,000 books and try to write down all the things that can be enforced, you're only as good as your last check. And what I mean by that is, you've got so many businesses generating revenue. Casinos are one of them. Restaurants, hotels, taxis, you name it. You've got rules and regulations, and they need to be enforced. You need to have the right leaders in place, to put the right people in place, to train the right other people beneath you in place. But these all have to be enforced. Collect your share of your fair share of taxes. Enforce these rules and laws to protect the public. The FDA and the ED and all these. It's not just if I don't pay you enough money, you're gonna get raided kind of thing. It's got to be across the board. It's got to be neutral, and you got to do your jobs.
Talking about raids, do you know that scandal has broken out in America regarding with the NBA players?
Oh my
Yes.
God! Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Dude,
And-
that's big time, man.
big time. And you know what? The kind of technology that they're using to scam unsuspecting players was unbelievable. They have these special optical glasses and everything. Have you seen that?
I saw it.
And
We saw it on
contact
CNN.
lenses as well, because they could read the marked cards and everything with
Chauncey
contact
Billups is
lenses.
a brilliant player.
Yeah?
I'd never guess in a million years. Ajay can also say, and I'm sounding like a Debbie Downer, I'm playing devil's advocate. You think this is the first time it's happened?
Of course not.
This is the first time they've been caught.
Yes.
You think it happens in cricket?
Oh, definitely.
In every sport.
Yes.
Everywhere around the world, you just don't hear about it because you don't have people enforcing.
No, but this was different because they basically recruited former NBA players to bring poker players to a table, and the whole table, the cards were rigged. The table was rigged. It could read what cards these victims were playing.
That's not something new, by the way. It's an older it's technology, but obviously technology is changing by the minute. You're absolutely right, Ajoy. These guys Joanne, you watched the show with me. These guys are using technology to bring they call them fish, call them whales, call them whatever you want. I play poker every week with a bunch of whales. Maxine, I'm not going to say your name. I won't say his real name.
Mervin. You're only playing for buttons.
We're playing for sweets. Yeah. The fact of the matter remains, we talk about these things, and they're getting more and more strict about these home games and these gambling rings and these casinos, whatever. I'm sure there's a lot of cheating that happens.
For sure.
And it's only as good as if it's being enforced, right? It's as good as your last enforcement, right? Yeah. You've got to protect innocent people. But to happen in the States with NBA players, I was blown away.
Even the card dispensing machines were rigged. It was unbelievable.
The machines can count 52 cards in a shuffler.
Yeah.
And the machine with an algorithm or whatever the technology is can calculate which player has what.
Exactly.
And by certain signs or certain kinds of ways of intimating people, they could bet accordingly.
Yes.
Joy, I've treated these like conspiracy theories all my life, and I've always said that if you can't touch cards in a casino, like a lot of these casinos here in the north, they're not on the ship, they're not on the boat, they're not on the water.
Yep.
A lot of these land casinos are full, to me, in my opinion, they're scams because it's all electronic and it can be manipulated.
Yes.
And I always said this was conspiracy, but now it's actually it's not now. It's been happening. It's come to fruition where technology, mate.
It's basically just an exaggeration of that trick they play on the streets where they put something under those cups.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. It's a sleight of hand, but in a more complex way.
It's very complex, and it's scary because there are innocent people involved, and that's the scary part. Like these NBA players are bringing innocent people involved. Even here in a casino, if you've got somebody ripping you off, and innocent people are coming throwing good money after bad, thinking they might win, the next hand, they're getting ripped off, and it's sad, dude.
Yeah, but also within this, they're saying that the preliminary findings were saying that people were getting their money in foreign currency. So obviously that's illegal. That's against
what do you mean?
the law.
I don't understand.
It's essentially saying that they were illegally exchanging poker chips for foreign currency, and and distributing money in foreign currency, in foreign exchange. And it was violating the Foreign Exchange Management Act.
It's called money laundering.
Yeah, of course. So,
and that's illegal. Yeah. But here again, we can talk about this till the cows come home, whether it's potholes, whether it's corruption, whether it's police, whether it's our politicians, whether it's casinos. It just needs to be properly run, regulated, managed, maintained. Oh my God, I'm a rapper, man. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it.
Let's rap about this.
Easily I approach the microphone because I ain't no joke. Tell your I can't, that's an NWA rhyme. Let's talk about something.
You plagiarizing here?
No, it's not plagiarizing. That's my own take on the rap. NWA.
Okay.
Easy
all right.
Ice Cube. Anyway, let's go on. What else are we talking about?
So we're talking of sport.
Yes, sport.
Yeah.
Hey, did Ronaldo come? I'm owed money by a couple of people that bet me.
Yeah, I think I lost a bet.
Cristiano Ronaldo was supposed to be coming.
I told you he was not coming,
You all said he was coming.
I never said so. I said he was not coming. I told you why as well.
All these knob jobs on the group that I'm one of the basketball groups that said that they could have sworn. Lawrence, you know what? Lawrence was the one, or somebody on that group said that they bought tickets, or what's his name? Leo said that, you know what, I guarantee you Cristiano Ronaldo will come to Goan. Should we take him for shawarma? No, what do we take him for shakuti, for Kafrial? There's no way Cristiano, so they came and played here, yeah?
Yeah.
His club came and played here, I think, on 24th.
It's on the 22nd, wasn't it?
24th, I think it says here. Or 22nd, maybe.
Thanks for announcing it, guys. Thanks for publicizing it.
We were talking about it.
Yeah, but I'm saying people need... Did you have a crowded stadium?
You said, why would you bother going? Because Ronaldo's not coming.
Yeah, of course. What happened?
But people were spending money just in case he did come.
I think it was deliberately kept up in the air, not announcing that he was not coming so that people can buy tickets. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
But you'd want to publicize it more, don't you think? You'd let people know the date, when it's happening, whatever, whether he's coming or not. It's an international team that's coming to play your FC Goa. They played FC Goa?
Yes.
I would think they publicize the shit out of it. I wish they would, Ajoy. Goa is such a brilliant place, and you cry, whine, and complain about the tourist industry being so slow, blah, blah, blah. Today we were complaining about the traffic. But if you want people to come and watch these things, why not publicize it? Publicize all the events. You need a proper department that does the advertising for the Goa government, whether it's IFFI, whether it's Formula One, whether it's... Who's this?
This
FC Goa?
Narkasur, yeah.
What happened about Formula 4, Formula 5?
We'll come back to that. But essentially, the Narkasur coach said that Ronaldo had been rested for this game. That's why he didn't travel.
Ronaldo's
so unfortunately, Goa lost.
So they
lose to them. What was the final score?
2-1.
Oh. They scored a goal, right? We scored one goal.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, go on.
So, a lot of fans were, I'm sure, disappointed. But one guy was not. He was looking at João Felix. And he, took the risk, jumped into the field, and I think got a hug from.
He got a selfie. He wanted to get a selfie with this
and he
guy.
got booked by the police as well.
Football fan from Kerala who jumped the fence and ran onto the field for a selfie with Al Nassr star João Felix.
Oh, what it says the prized picture was deleted.
Yeah, they made it delete.
Spend the night at the Britto police station after being booked entering restricted area and endangering the lives of 2 international players.
Oh,
what a bunch of dicks! Let them keep the picture,
ridiculous.
man.
He went through all of that and didn't get the picture. They made him delete the picture. Looks like it.
That's not fair. The thing is that he basically said to João Felix, "Please let Ronaldo know I'm his biggest fan." Now, obviously, he invaded the pitch, and obviously that's not a legal
That's not
thing
cool.
to do.
That's not but it's
a real shame that they made him delete the photograph. That's really unfair after all of that.
Can I tell you a good punishment for having him break the rules?
They should have given him his money back because Ronaldo didn't come.
No, can I tell you a good? You know what? I'm very good at giving solutions. You know what he should have been made to do? You take his clothes off and make him walk naked off the field.
No, because they don't let streakers on the pitch either.
You would
Only
love that,
women
wouldn't you?
streakers.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
Not even close. I'm thinking you break the
rules. If there's a streaker on the pitch, then they'll move the camera away and they'll avert the camera.
That's in the UK, dude.
That's everywhere
India
now.
is taboo. Talk about sex and the human anatomy. I guarantee you want to scare people. You tell them I will strip you naked and make you walk off the field if you come onto the pitch. You'll never have it happen again, unless it's Wilbert or Yusuf or somebody. So they made him delete. Willie wants to show his Willie. They made him delete the picture. That's just so sad. After all that work and being arrested, he got put in jail and they deleted the picture.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
Are we closing? Are we going to come round this down? It's been an hour and a half, ladies and gentlemen.
But
this is João Felix, selfie, fiasco, fan arrested, photo deleted. What a dick. They made him delete it. He's a good-looking cat, dude.
He got this photo, though.
Yeah, so how did he get this one?
Well, yeah,
but
press. That wasn't on his own phone.
That is through the media, obviously.
Poor guy.
How sad, dude. That's really, really sad. Okay, moving right along. Come on. We're going to let's take it home.
So, obviously, we've been talking about activism and activists quite a lot over these last few weeks.
Yes.
So, the Chief Minister's actually warning people that they will act against people who are extorting from others in the name of activism. So
I don't get it. What's it all about?
Apparently, I think this is a common refrain that is used against activists that they're doing this for money, right?
No, listen. That's a blanketed statement. You can't use activism as a form of extortion or blackmail. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has taken a firm stand against individuals posing as self-declared activists, stating that some are engaging in character assassination, defamation, and extortion under the guise of activism. Someone said that the state government will initiate strict legal action against such people. Some are involved in defaming others and mudslinging. A few are even resorting to extortion. The government will ensure that the action is taken as per the law. The chief minister asserted he further urged the mainstream media to play a responsible role by highlighting such malpractice as something exposing those who misuse activism for personal gain.
But is there any kind of evidence around that statement that
Yes.
people are extorting?
I have a feeling that it could, if they're going to do this, it will be used to actually silence people who are actually doing good activism, who are actually exposing illegality. That's what it's going to be used for.
This is a slippery slope, let me tell you. This is a slippery slope. This is
Like gagging orders.
This is gag order. This is censorship. If you're out there and you're listening to this, this is the first step. Pramod Sawant's a smart guy, and he knows right from wrong. But at the end of the day, exactly what's happening in the States with Donald Trump sending all these troops into cities to maintain the law and order, that is scary stuff. If you're enforcing or you're making rules that prohibit people from making other people aware, that's exactly what we're doing, by the way.
Yeah.
You've got to have proper evidence, and if it's being done wrong or it's illegal, absolutely crack the law.
Yeah.
But just because somebody is an activist or somebody is making some light of a situation doesn't mean it's illegal.
Yeah, you can't misrepresent the whole situation in any place. So obviously with Donald Trump, he's been hyping things up, saying that, law and order is out of control in some of these cities. And that's why he wants to send in the National Guard.
Let the
Obviously,
police departments handle it.
Of course, you don't need the National Guard, but that's what people do when they're trying to divert attention from other things that they don't want people to have their eyes on. So with the activists and stuff like that, there's a lot of people doing good work here and raising awareness. But, in terms of extortion, Ajoy, are you aware of any cases around extortion that's linked to activism at this point?
John, can I also say, sorry, Ajoy, I'm going to say one more thing before we move ahead. The fact of the matter remains, activism doesn't equal blackmail or
That's why I'm asking the question.
The
fact of the matter, you can't. No, everything can be done for the wrong reasons. Ajoy, you can use it for the wrong reasons, but you can't make it a law that you can't demonstrate.
Okay.
Of course.
John asked me a question. I have another story, man.
Yeah, please tell.
How's your apples? How's your banana? Sorry, go on. Tell me.
So this happened to us in Devar. We have an old house there, very old house, which was on the verge of coming down. So we made up our mind to do up the house. But the first order of business was to put up a roof. And we didn't have time to get quick permission. So we approached the panchayat, we explained them the situation, and they told us, we'll give you the permission to start working on your roof, but you'll have to give us 1 meter of your what do you call, your
property
boundary
to increase the size of the road.
Wow, just to give you permission.
Yeah, but you know what? It was a give and take, and we actually did that. We gave them like a 1 meter so that there would be a bigger road in front of our place and would be smoother access on that road or movement on that road. So then from there, we started, we got the permissions for a pool to have a pool in that premises while we were doing up the place. And then all of a sudden, we got a stay order from the panchayat. Okay. And this was informed to the panchayat that we were doing a pool XYZ.
In advance, you got permission.
We got a permission, but this was more of a verbal permission actually. They told us go ahead with work, don't wait. We were giving you the permission in a few days, but then what we got was a stay order, and they told us we got a stay order because there was an activist who claimed that we didn't have the permissions in place. Now, I'll stop there and say that there is a collusion between government offices and these activists. They inform these activists that, we have not given permission as yet, put a stay order so that you can extort. So we got a stay order, and this guy came, sure enough, he had this complaint that was drafted. I'll get into the details of the complaint. He had a proper complaint drafted, and because of that, the stay order was given. And then he started extorting us for money because he said that if, give me 30,000 rupees and I'll withdraw the complaint, because you'll just keep your workers pending and you'll waste money that way. So you might as well give me 30,000 rupees. But we said, no ways, we're not going to give you any money. We're going to wait for the permissions to come through. And sure enough, we went all the way to the vigilance department. They checked all of our what do you call, our applications and approvals, and everything was cleared. But what was told to us was very shocking. It was told to us that a very senior lawyer had drafted that complaint, and had employed this guy. The guy who was the activist, it was almost uneducated, you can say. He was the face, so he was made to file the complaint,
like a patsy,
and get extort money, and some part of that money would go to the lawyer, some part would go to the activists, and some part of it would actually probably go to the guy who was colluding with them in the panchayat. So that's how it works. At least in this case, it definitely works. And we got our permissions, we started our work, we didn't pay a cent. But these small loopholes, you have to actually, if you go by the book, you will have no problems. But the question is, sometimes there are factors that doesn't enable you to go by the book, because you have to get things done quickly, and you need to get the permission from the panchayat. But
I'm just going to say to you, everybody out there listening is going to know this. It's not some secret. All this crookery happens all the time, and what Pramod Sawant's trying to do, to a degree, is prevent this from happening. We don't even know half of it. The point I'm trying to make is, I've heard these stories where these people it happened to your sister. Get somebody in a compromising position by mistake. It wasn't even anything wrong on her part.
But that's all activism. That's scamming.
These are all part of the scams, and activism is somebody doing a job to make people aware. You don't use that activism to gain and extort money.
No, of course.
Exactly.
So there is a line between activism and extortion. There's a line between right and wrong. But mate, all that kind of stuff happens. You have these people that'll catch you on something stupid and say, if you don't pay me this amount of money, I'm gonna make this public on the internet. You bang my car, give me 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 rupees, and I'll let you go, or I'm calling the police. So all of this stuff is going to continue to happen. We're talking about something specific. I don't know enough details about it. The point I'm trying to make is, if it is genuinely trying to protect people from or activists from extorting money, that's a good thing. Because you're always going to have people that are vigilant and are going to catch you.
Exactly.
But if it crosses that line of the gray area and a dark thing where people are trying to make money off of it, that's a no-no, and I hope it doesn't get to that point.
Merv, we have reached 1 hour and 30 minutes into.
I'm done, dude. I'm hungry. I got to go and eat.
But no, this is like a very linked kind of case.
Darling, I'm very hungry. I must tell you.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
What's for dinner, dude? All right, go on.
No, because basically, we know that the Formula 4 event is not coming to Goa.
Isn't this the same dude that was yelling and screaming at the electricity department?
I'm not sure.
And he said to me, Gunda, isn't that the same dude?
I'm not sure, but
apparently they're saying in a fiery outburst, Mumbangaon MLA Sankalp Amonka accused his political rival, former MLA Milind Naik, of deliberately sabotaging the Formula 4 racing event. Essentially saying that Naik, along with a few councillors and activists, staged protests for selfish motives linked to his personal property.
Happens all the time.
In the area, and essentially said it wasn't people's movements, it was actually planned strategy to pressurise the government. Oh my God,
so you gave up on the Formula 4, gone.
This is all allegedly. This is obviously political rivals pointing fingers at each other, but that's a real
Goa
shame.
lost a golden opportunity to host the Formula 4 event due to the selfish motives of some low-minded politicians. They put low-minded in this comment. Politicians. The former MLA, along with councillors, staged the protest to pressurize the government into removing his prime Vasco property from the wetland zone at Maimolem. MLA Sankalp Amonkar. But listen, there's I'm going to get that tattooed on my forehead. There's 3 sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the truth. We have no clue, but I think it's another beautiful opportunity, another wasted opportunity lost.
Merv.
Wasted opportunity lost?
Fine with it.
I tell you what,
An opportunity lost.
Wasted opportunity and an opportunity lost,
Correct.
my love.
I'm just
Get some
making,
earbuds.
How can you think of Formula 4 when you don't have proper roads, though?
Mate, that's Formula 4. We're talking about on a track. You don't have to have...
No, where's the track, Merv? This was in the streets. They were planning to... We
do motocross.
We don't live in Vasco around that Formula 4. We live in places like Porvorim, but there are no roads.
Willie does motocross to go to Panjam every day, Munta Marto.
Yes, of course.
Motocross. Huh?
Yeah, I do.
What?
But the only problem is when it rains, my bike gets dirty and I have to wash it. I don't wash it.
Who washes
it?
Don't tell me it's your
his
mom. Don't tell me it's your mom.
Maria, do not wash Wilbert's bike. Mrs. Cardozo, but I want to know.
How sweet of her, though.
She's very sweet. I'm saying to you that we've been putting up with all this bullshit. These are all stories that we talk about that we don't know enough details about. But if this is the case, I told you the story about Saligaon and how we have got some of the brilliant, most smart, brilliant, leading edge people that could design a lovely panchayat. But because enough people weren't getting paid, or some people weren't getting paid, they built a shithole of a panchayat building for us in Saligaon. I can say that, I'll state that as a fact. We had a couple of people said we will design it, let's do it properly. We can make, I told you all about Kalangut, how lovely the Kalangut panchayat was. We lost an opportunity in Saligaon because certain people weren't getting paid, and they scrapped the idea and they built a shitty structure. I want to know, this guy made a claim about the Formula 4 thing, and so they've scrapped the whole thing. It's gone.
So that was all. I think we reported that last week, that it's no longer going to be staged here.
Okay.
And I think
Final
that's related
story. We
to
got one story left. We can't do any more, mate. I'm really going to pass out.
Okay.
I can feel it.
Yeah, but we also,
Salam
what
namaste.
were you going to say, Ajay?
All right, go on.
I
talk
think
to me,
that is this situation is linked to what Pramod Sawant said about activists. Maybe it is linked to this particular.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But I think that are you?
What is this?
Are you?
Anjunkar, stand up to Lobos over road work.
Yes.
Yeah, get that in.
So this happened just 2 days. This was on
Couple of days.
this is long time ago actually. This is not a relevant story.
What is this about now?
So apparently there's some work happening in Sioni on Anjuna, where Kalangut MLA Michael Lobo, Revolutionary Goans leader Manoj Parab, for engaging in a personal attack and misleading the people of Sioli. Lobo claimed that Parab is using public platforms to assassinate his character instead of focusing on genuine issues. RG has set its eyes on the Sioli constituency ahead of 2027. Manoj Parab chose the wrong platform to target me. Such stunts shouldn't be used to mislead people. I don't know what he's talking about, though.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. It could be character assassination, whether Michael's done whatever Michael Lobo's done, good or bad. At the end of the day, you've got to have proof and evidence to be able to make these kind of claims. These clowns, these jokers are covering criminals' faces when they're arresting them, and you can go and assassinate somebody's character. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's right. That could be that's slander, right? That's libelous.
Correct.
Yeah, correct.
So who the hell is what do they call the Revolutionary Going Party? RGP.
This is a new party. In fact, they have one MLA in the assembly by the name of Viraj Borkar. Viraj Borkar, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
We need another party, don't we?
They're up and coming. I think they're quite well known now, and they seem to be basically getting the support of people. So maybe that's why they are getting more into politics, and they're headbutting with Michael Lobo here.
Ahead of the next elections.
Yes.
When are the next elections? Getting that in
2027.
27.
So two more. Two
February.
more
Oh,
years.
yes. I was just going to say, we've talked about transport quite a lot. So I thought that we were going to just highlight the fact that the president actually had a little bit of a mishap in a helicopter.
Oh no, the American president.
No, not the president.
My God, sound like a fucking Alsatian barking, dude. Our Indian president, talk to me. Helicopter. Read it out.
So.
Ajay.
Have we got any video?
Yeah, we do. Helicopter carrying President Draupadi Murmu gets stuck in helipad during Sabarimala visit. Chopper made a safe touchdown at newly prepared helipad around 9:05 a.m., but its tires sank slightly into the freshly laid concrete soon after President disembarked. The president, however, continued her journey to Pampa by road without any delay. So this is what happened.
Are you kidding me? They got they're transporting one of the most important people in the country, and you land President Murmu's helicopter in wet concrete. This is the actual footage.
This is the actual footage.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. So here it is.
Oh my God, they're pushing it. That fucking pilot needs a foot up his ass, and there's nobody directing him and saying, "Baba, anga galna kamare."
Where else is he gonna land?
Poor thing, dude. She's walking on. Yeah, she's got to walk on flipping.
Oh my gosh, that's such an effort. I know. My God.
Dukolta, Gadi Dukolta.
There was no red carpet. Why was there no red carpet for her?
You know what? This reminds me of a situation that happened in Pamsa very recently. I think about 2 years ago. There was an election rally. I can't remember which. Must have been a very big VIP that was coming down. They, without permission, laid concrete on fields that belonged to some people in Mapsa, just so that this person could land. And it's a similar situation. I'm sure that this concrete was laid very recently for this purpose.
Well, why the flip would they let the helicopter land? She's the president.
Yeah, they
you need better security.
Diverted her though because it was adverse weather where she was supposed to be landing. So goodness
anyway, at the end of the day, I don't care about anything else. She's safe. The helicopter's there for good. The helicopter's never going to be able to move from there. If that pilot had any brains, he'd drop her off and he'd take off again. So that anyway, whatever. There she is. Is that her?
Yeah.
Send the 18 holy steps. Oh my God, you're going to make me say this. Patina Padi and offered prayers. After the ritual, I'm not even going to read it out.
Did she take off again? That's the question, though.
The helicopter's still there, dude. They're going to enshrine the helicopter because it's stuck in the cement. It's stuck in the concrete forever.
So I think this is that famous...
oh, my God. These are temples there. Okay, I'm going to wind this up, guys.
Yeah, but you have to wish India... The blue tie dresses.
Who?
The blue tie dresses.
Oh, the blue tie. Come on, man.
What's wrong with you? Why are you
I'm always a big fan of any team India. I'm happy to root for them. I just don't like the name, the blue tie.
I know you don't like it, but they're through to the semi-finals.
Call them the Gores.
The Cricket World Cup.
Let's pick a name for them. Blue tigresses.
Blue tigresses.
Yeah, so you're not going to change it right now, are you? Just get behind them and support them against Australia.
I wouldn't mind getting behind them, baby, if you let me. I got to say one thing. That's my wife, dude. I can't say that shit on the air.
It doesn't matter saying it to me, but everybody else listening, they're like, what the heck?
Well, what's amazing is that he gets away with this with you in front of him.
The thing is, because he's talking a load of nonsense, I don't take it seriously, but other people have no clue who he really is.
If all Indian wives are just like Joe, right? All Indian men would be so much more happier.
I've been married for 17 long years, and
I can see why.
And I love my wife more now than I ever did before. God Almighty, I've lost my fucking hair to prove it. The point I'm trying to make, my wife knows me well enough, and I'm the same person, the same character in front of a camera, in front of a mic, in public and in private, sweetie. You know that I'm.
I know, but I'm just wanting other people not to get the wrong impression of you. You're very supportive of female sports.
Wish them. No, I'm not. I'm always supportive.
I said you're very supportive.
I am.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Wish them all the best of luck. Who are they playing, by the way?
So they're playing Australia. So they'll be playing in Navi Mumbai on Thursday. The day before, England are also playing in the semi-final against South Africa.
What are they called? The white tigresses.
Fucking
blue tigresses.
So you never know. It could be in England, India.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be rooting for that.
Next week.
Damn sure the blue tigresses will win.
Next Sunday.
What? It's going to be next Sunday.
So the final is next Sunday. So it could be India, England.
Merv, can we have you jump the fence and streak and go and get an autograph from one of our tigers?
Dude, on a female cricket pitch, I would. You think I'm joking? You don't realize. Ask my wife. She knows how mad I am.
He'd do that.
In a heartbeat.
Wait,
it has. It's not going to be. It's not going to be a male
suggested
sport.
a fart machine and you cringed.
I won't.
What are you talking about?
Stupid.
What are you talking about, mate?
I would do it not on a male pitch, on a female pitch, in a heartbeat. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. On that note, I'm getting no dinner tonight. On that note, we want to say thank you to all of you guys that joined us today. We do the show every Sunday, and we enjoyed it. We have a laugh. We don't take ourselves seriously, but please, please, please understand that we are doing this to make people aware, to raise awareness of all the good things that are happening, along with the not so good things. And the reason we want to do this is our way of giving back. We do this live every Sunday. If you like what we do, like, share, subscribe. Go to our social media pages. Give us a like. Tell people about what we're doing. Have a laugh. We don't take ourselves seriously. But at the end of the day, we want to teach something to anybody willing to listen. Something about this place that we love. Yeah. You don't have to be Indian. You don't have to be going. But we're talking about anything related to this place.
Absolutely. But I would say that related to the whole wide world is Halloween this week.
Yeah.
So we've got Halloween coming up on the 31st. We've also got All Saints Day, All Souls Day, where we'll also be thinking of those people who've gone before us.
Yes.
Merv?
Our dear departed who
Yes.
we loved.
You know, for Halloween, we are sorted though. We don't
Yusuf doesn't need a Yusuf doesn't need a costume. He saved $1 million. Trust me, he saved a couple of $100 million on costumes because he's a naturally good-looking character. Handsome, handsome. No, we have a good laugh on the show. At the end of the day, we want to teach people something while we want to learn and teach people stuff just while we have a good time and a laugh. It's education with a laugh. And we do this every Sunday. Get in touch with us. We'll be back here same time to do our 29th show. Flip's sake. Next Sunday, 6 p.m. live on the Merv Britto Show. If you like what we do, leave us a like, share what we do, tell people about it. We hope you have a brilliant week, a brilliant dry week. The weather's miserable out there.
Hoping it improves.
Tell me about it.
You sound like a fucking robot. R2D2. Ajo, anything you want to say? Anybody you want to wish? Say bye to?
I want people to call us more, I think, and that's
what's the use of people calling you if you're not going to respond? We've got phone fulls of messages and those things. You don't ever want to go through and respond and read any of these.
I was ready today, and we'll leave it at that, mate.
Okay. No, we got to do this very soon, and it's my fault. I'll take the responsibility for it. We've got a lot of and all these guys put it on my shoulders, like I've got to respond to every message, and I'm zero when it comes to social media.
Whose fault is that?
Mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
We will see you next week. Have a brilliant week. And until we see you next week, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and have a brilliant week. Ladies and gentlemen, Merv Britto out.
Bye.
Aisha.